Sure. Mindy Schlueter. I am a product manager for Sonrai. I work primarily on our identity analytics components of the product.
Can you tell us about privilege gathering? It's something I've heard. What is privilege gathering?
So let's say I am an attacker, and I get some credentials that I discovered somewhere on the dark web, and I log into your cloud. But essentially, the first thing you would do is you would enumerate the roles that you have access to, assuming we're in AWS. So you would just run a command and you'd say, what identities can I get to from here? And you would get a list of roles that you can access. And then you would assume one of those roles and you would enumerate your permissions. And then you would assume the different role and you would enumerate your permissions. So the concept of privilege gathering is that I don't have to find one role that has all the permissions I'm looking for in order to do something harmful. And many times it's a combination of certain permissions that allow you to do something really powerful. So, an example of that would be um, if I can create a Lambda function, I can invoke it, and I can pass it a role. Then I can literally write a Lambda function that does anything, and I can pass it whatever role I want. So I've just, that's the golden egg for me as an attacker, right? So I might get those permissions though from different roles along the way. So it's this scenario where even if you look at a particular credential and you see the policy associated with it, it doesn't actually show you the whole picture of what I could do from there, right? So that's the concept of privilege gathering is once I get to one spot, I'm going to enumerate what I have access to. I'm going to say what data can I access? What roles can I assume from here? And then I'm going to go basically explore one by one. Where can I get this permission? Where can I get that permission? And you can use them, you know, additively. So you could, assume one role, go take an action and create a Lambda function and put some code in it. Then you could, assume a different role, go pass that function a role, and then you could assume a different role and go invoke the function, right?
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for the analogy. I think what's most impactful for me that I'm taking away is that it's not always sensitive data access that's the end game for an attacker, and that it could just be simply them searching for the right combination of privilege to have the right
Mhm.
power to do whatever it is that they want in your environment, whether that's remove infrastructure or completely disrupt an application. It's
Mhm.
just, it's not always data that's the gold at the end of the rainbow. So